Let us consider it is the container in which now consider liquid is poured. And now consider here it is the surface film. And now consider here the any two molecules of the liquid. Those are below the surface film. So obviously the sphere of influence of these two molecules, those are well inside the liquid. So in the sphere of influence of these molecules contains here the symmetrically distributed liquid molecules. So here these molecules, those are equally attracted in all directions. So they does not experience a net cohesive force. It means net cohesive force, those are experienced by any other molecule, those are just below the surface film, that is equal to 0. But now consider here the any two molecules, one is exactly on the surface and another is in the surface film. So in case of these two molecules, here the spark of sphere of influence of these two molecules, that is just outside the liquid. So these spark contain the few air molecules. So these two molecules experiences a net force in the downward direction. It means according to, we can conclude that any molecule that is lies inside the surface film, they experiences a downward force that is known as interior pull. It means they experiences a force that is inside the liquid, and that's why that is known as the interior pull or simply inward pull. And that inward pull, that is responsible for the surface tension. But now consider we want to increase here the surface area of the liquid. How to increase here the surface area of the liquid? That's why we must brought here these some molecules on the free surface of the liquid from inside. To do this, it means bring some molecules on the free surface of the liquid from inside. That's why work must be done there against here the inward pull. It means force due to surface tension. And such work done against inward pull, it means force due to surface tension in increasing the new surface area of the liquid, that is stored in the form of potential energy. Because here work is done against the force due to surface tension of the inward flow, and that's why that work done is stored in the form of potential energy. And that potential energy of the new free surface of the liquid, that is known as surface energy, or in other words, here this work done against the force due to surface tension in increasing the new surface area of the liquid, but only under isothermal process, is known as surface energy. Surface energy is also known as free surface energy, because here work is done against the force due to surface tension in increasing the new surface area of the liquid, and here energy is released in decreasing the surface area of the liquid. It means when the liquid surface contract. In this case here energy is released, and that's why here the surface energy is known as free surface energy. Then we shall discuss about here the relation between surface energy and surface tension. That's why now consider here the rectangular frame of wire, that is A, B, C and D, on which wire PQ can slide without friction. And here such a rectangular frame, now consider that is head horizontal, that is deep inside the soap solution and taken outside. So obviously here the soap film A, B, P, Q that is formed. But due to the surface tension, here this soap film has a tendency to contract and minimize its surface area. And due to this here, the wire PQ having the length L that experiences a force that is towards the side AB. But we want to increase here the surface area of this film. How to increase here the surface area of the film? That's why we must to move here this wire in the outward direction. And that's why we must to apply some here the mechanical force that is equal to here force due to surface tension but in the opposite direction. It means in this direction. And due to this, now consider here this wire PQ that is displaced through small displacement. Now consider here the dx. It means we have applied here the mechanical force on this wire PQ. Here displacement it takes place. It means obviously their work has to be done. And when work done, that is the product of force and displacement. And this work is done against the force due to surface tension. So here this work done that is equal to F into dx, but it is the force due to surface tension, it is T into 2L, because there are the two surface films or the soap films, those are produced in front side and also the back side, and that's why here this factor 2 is appeared here into dx. But this is equal to, it can be written as T into here this 2L dx. And what is 2L into dx? Here L into dx, it is dx, and here it is dl. It is the increase in surface area of the film from one side. So this factor 2 represent, it is the total increase in surface area of this film. So it can be written as here this dw that is equal to T into dA. Here dA is the increase in surface area of the film, new surface area. But you know this work done that is also known as surface energy. So it is equal to T means surface tension into dA means increase in surface area. So surface energy obviously that is the product of surface tension into increase in surface area or change in surface area. So it is also written as here this dw that is equal to T into dA. So T equal to dw divided by dA. So what is the relation of the work done with the surface tension? So surface tension is nothing, it is the work done per unit area in increasing the new surface area of the liquid under the isothermal process. But here this work done in increasing or either decreasing the surface area of the liquid, that is nothing, that is the product of surface tension into change in surface area or here increase in surface area. So we shall about here the work done in forming here the soap bubble. Of radius now consider small. So here the surface area of the bubble that is obviously becomes A equal to, here bubble is spherical. Whose radius smaller. So here the surface area of this bubble that is A equal to, it is spherical, so area of the sphere that is 4 pi r square. But bubble has two surfaces, those are in contact with air, one outside and second one is the inner surface. So here the factor 2 arises. So total increase in surface area of the bubble, that is 8 pi r square. So here the work done in forming here the soap bubble, that is work done T into means surface tension of this soap solution, that is T into here the area of that bubble, that is 8 pi r square. But what is the work done in blowing liquid drop or bubble? Now consider here it is the liquid drop having initial radius r1. It is blowing when external energy in the form of heat that is supplied to that bubble. In this case it get blow, and in this case here now consider here r2 is the final radius. So what is the increase in surface area? Here it is the drop has one free surface, so here the increase in surface area, that is dA, that is equal to here the final surface area 4 pi r2 square minus initial surface area, that is 4 pi r1 square, and that is equal to 4 pi, it is r2 square minus r1 square. So here this work done dW, that is equal to surface tension into 4 pi, here this r2 square minus r1 square. But here the same expression for bubble. It is drop, but in case of bubble has the two free surfaces, one outer surface and second one is the inner surface. So here simply here the derivation of the work done, that becomes, or in that derivation simply factor 2 arises here. It means for bubble here this expression becomes dW, that is equal to T into 8 pi, here this r2 square minus r1 square, and this is the work done in blowing here the soap bubble from radius r1 to r2. Then we shall see about here the work done in the process of splitting here the liquid drop. Now consider here it is the liquid drop, big liquid drop, whose radius now consider here the capital R, and now consider it is split up into large number of identical droplets. N number of identical droplets, each of radius now consider there is smaller. But in this process, volume of the liquid remains constant. Here, the volume of this big drop, that is spherical in shape. So its volume, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. And here the volume of single droplet, that is also spherical, and that's why it is 4 by 3 pi r cube. But there are n number of droplets, so here is the total volume, that is n into 4 by 3 pi r cube. In this process, volume remains same. It is 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is equal to n into 4 by 3 pi r cube. So by solving this expression, we get here this r is equal to n raised to 1/3 into r. This is the relation between radius of big drop and here the small droplets. But what happens in case of here the surface area? So what is the initial surface area of this drop? Here the initial surface area of the drop, surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. It is the initial surface area. But what is the final surface area? There are n droplets into surface area of the single droplet, that is 4 pi r square, and that is equal to n into 4 pi. Here this r is equal to obviously n raised to minus 1 by 3 into capital R raised to 2. So by solving this, we get n raised to 1 by 3 4 pi r square. It means it is equal to 1 by 3 here a into I, and this is the relation between final surface area and here the initial surface area. Here n raised to 1 by 3 is never less than 1. It means it is always greater than 1. It means obviously here the final surface area that is greater than initial surface area. It means in this process here the surface area get increases. When the surface area get increases, it means surface energy also get increases. And when the surface energy increases, it means here obviously work is done against the force due to surface tension. And for this work done, here energy is required, and such a required energy that is obviously absorbed from surrounding. It means in this process energy is absorbed. Or either here the internal energy that is utilized for this process. When the internal energy utilized for this process, in this case obviously here the temperature of the droplets get decreases. There is a fall in temperature. It means there is a loss of heat energy. But what is the work done in this process? We know here the work done, that is surface tension into increasing surface area, and that is equal to T into increase in surface area. That is by calculating or solving this we get 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1. But here there is a loss of heat energy, and such a loss of heat energy that is equal to work done. And here the loss of heat energy in SI unit, that is J into Q. What is J? J is equivalent heat of liquid, and that is equal to the work done, that is T into 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1. But here it is J, here it is Q in terms of specific heat, that is mc into delta theta, and that is equal to T into 4 pi r square n raised to 1/3 minus 1 as it is. So J into, here write here the mass of the liquid in terms of density, and that is here the drop, that is spherical, so 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. It is mass C into delta theta, and that is equal to T into 4 pi r square n raised to 1/3 minus 1 as it is. So by solving this expression, we get here the fall in temperature of the liquid droplets, that is 3T divided by JC rho into R in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1, or that is equal to 3T Jc rho r, sorry, 1 divided by r minus 1 divided by epsilon. This is the falling temperature in the process of splitting the big drop. But in this process we can't supply here the energy from the external source, but when this big drop, that is drop from some height on the hard floor, in this case also here this drop gets split into required number of droplets. So in this case we shall solve what is the height required from which here this big drop, that is drop, so we get the required number of droplets. At that height here this big drop has a potential energy, that is mgh, but that is drop from particular height on the hard floor. It is split up into n number of droplets. So in this case here this potential energy, that is mgh, that is converted into here the required work done, that is dw. But here this mgh, that is equal to here work done, that is T into 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1 by 3 minus 1. By writing here this mass in terms of density, so we get it is 4 by 3 pi r cube rho z h, that is equal to T into 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1. So by solving this we get here this required height from which here the big drop, that is dropped on the hard floor, so we get the required number of droplets, that is 3T divided by here rho z r in bracket n raised to 1 by 3 minus 1, or it is also written as 3T divided by rho z in bracket 1 divided by r minus 1 divided by epsilon. Then you shall sort here the combination of droplets. Simply reverse process of this process. Then you shall sort here the combination of droplets. Simply reverse process of this process. Now consider n number of identical droplets. They merge to form a big drop whose radius now consider capital R and radius of the droplet now consider small r. So in this case obviously surface area gets decreases. It means surface energy decreases. It means here work done due to force of surface tension. It means obviously in this process here the energy is released. And such released energy that is absorbed by this big drop, and that is converted either in the form of heat energy or the kinetic energy. But in this process here work done that is proceed in the similar way as we have proceeded in the splitting of big drop, that is T into 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1. But here energy is released, and that released energy is absorbed by big drop, and that is converted in the form of either heat or kinetic energy. It means here the heat gain, and such heat gain that is equal to work done. And by solving this here, the rise in temperature of that drop, that is calculated in the similar way as we have derived in the previous case. That is 3T JC rho R in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1, or that is equal to 3T JC rho in bracket 1 by small r minus 1 by capital R. Or either here this energy is converted in the form of kinetic energy. So here this kinetic energy, that is equal to work. Here kinetic energy, that is equal to 1 by 2 mv square, and that is equal to T into 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1 by 3 minus 1. Writing here this mass of the liquid drop in case of density, so we get here 1 by 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into rho. Here this p square, and here this as it is T into 4 pi r square in bracket n raised to 1 by 3 minus 1 as it is. So by solving this, we get here the velocity acquired by this big drop, that is square root of 60 into rho r in bracket n raised to 1 by 3 minus 1, or it is also written as square root of 60 divided by rho in bracket 1 divided by small r minus 1 divided by capital R. Here in this way, here in this process, it means large number of droplets, those are merged to form the single drop. So in this case, surface area decreases, it means surface energy decreases, and work is done due to force of the surface tension. It means here energy release, and that release energy is absorbed by this drop, and that is converted in the form of either heat energy. It means there is a rise in temperature of this drop, and that rise in temperature of the drop, that is given by using this expression. Or either that is converted in the form of kinetic energy. So obviously kinetic energy, that is equal to work done. So by solving this, we get here the velocity acquired by this big drop after this process, that is square root of 60 divided by rho r in bracket n raised to 1/3 minus 1, or square root of 60 divided by rho in bracket 1 by r minus 1 by capital R. Then we shall discuss about the angle of contact.